Hello everyone, I'm Becker Bargathi. This is 2024 Ins and Outs by me, and this is my third time recording this video because every time I've done it prior, it has messed up in some way. It pisses me off, alright? So let's just get started. What am I doing? What am I talking about? Why am I doing this? Emma Chamberlain did a podcast episode where she talked about 2024 Ins and Outs, and this is a trend. A lot of people do this, right? And I know I'm late, but I don't care because I'm having fun. I enjoy doing this. And, it's fun to ramble and talk for a little bit, right? So, here's how this is going to work. Some of these things are going to be things that I want to happen, right? And some of these things are going to be things that I think are going to happen, if that makes sense. Some will be things that I want, some will be things that I predict based on evidence. So here we go. This is something that I want. Becoming a regular is in, alright? Here are the requirements. Can't be a chain. So it can't be something like Starbucks or Dunkin'. You can't be a regular at those places. I mean, technically, yes, you can be a regular at Dunkin' Donuts, right? But that takes away from the warmth and soul of being a regular, right? And number two, it has to be a relatively small establishment, so it's more intimate, all right? Here's an example, all right? As long as it fits those two things, it's great. For instance, if you want to be a regular at a local mechanic shop, that's perfect. That's great. I don't know how you would be a regular at a local mechanic shop, but go crazy. If you want to, that's great. Because, it just builds warmth and it builds relationships and you'll talk to new people and, it's just going to be great. Here's another example. Maybe you want to be a regular at a local bookshop. Oh my God, that would be so cool. Right? Or even better, think about this. I walk into a deli, right? The guy at the counter is like, hey, look who it is. Hey, it's Becker. Becker. Oh my God. Do you want the usual? You want the Becker sandwich? Yeah, they named a sandwich after me because I'm a regular. They're like, hey, get this guy the Becker bologna. It's named after him, right? Oh my God. Imagine if someone named a sandwich after you because you just come to the restaurant so much. That would be so cool. I want that for myself, and I want that for other people as well. Alright, another one. This is my next one. Sequels, prequels, reboots, and spin-offs are out. Oh my God, I'm going to kill myself if I see another one of these. Alright, here's an example. Dune 2. Dune 2 is a sequel of a reboot, of an adaptation, and it feels soulless. Oh my God. The movie itself, I'm not making a claim about the quality of the movie. It very well could be a great movie. But the fact that it's a reboot, a sequel of a reboot of an adaptation, it just doesn't feel right. It feels soulless. There's no passion in that. Could be a good movie, but it doesn't feel passionate. Another example, The Marvels. The Marvels is a new superhero movie, right? And I don't really care for it. I haven't cared for superhero movies in probably the last 3 years, just because they've been so soulless and void of passion. I didn't care about Blue Beetle, even though I love the character of Blue Beetle, and I'm a big fan of the superhero Blue Beetle in the comics. The movie just kind of sucked because it felt passionless. Or the new Aquaman. Oh my God, it just didn't have a soul. Another example, Wonka. This is the second item on this list with Timothée Chalamet. And that leads me to believe that he is the cause of this conundrum. But basically, Wonka is a prequel of a reboot of an adaptation. And once again, feels soulless. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, a new series with Donald Glover, is a remake of the movie with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. And it feels soulless. Once again, it could be a very good series, and I haven't seen it. Could be very good. But the fact that they are remaking things and churning out, something that is just repackaged old things, it just makes me feel like why can't we do something else? Why can't we do something new? Why are you doing this thing that we've seen before that feels soulless? Next one. Equestrian style is definitely in. That's a wild card. I don't know if it's going to be in, but I think it's going to be in. And here's my rationale. 1. Last year we saw an increase in the trend of stealth wealth or what's it called? Like old money. That's what people called it. Old money fashion, right? And I feel like I feel like that this kind of translates that, and it's old money with a little bit more spice, if that makes sense, right? And we also saw last year ballet trend, like ballet flats and tutus, and this is that same kind of like quirkiness where it's like it's not really a mainstream thing, like ballet's not really mainstream, but it still has this kind of esoteric aura surrounding it, you know what I'm saying? And that's what equestrian style has for it, going for it. It's kind of a concurrent trend with a new spin that is kind of esoteric, and I think people will like that, specifically women. I think they'll go crazy because it does look good, and I feel like people should try it. All right, next one. Meme nomenclature is out. Oh my god, it's out. Here's an example. Sometimes, no, not sometimes, all the time, if you scroll on Instagram or TikTok and you look at a video and you look at the comments, I guarantee you that in the comments there's going to be one that says, bro is blank. It's going to be in the form, bro is blank. Where blank is basically just restating the video. For instance, if you saw a video of some dude, maybe he was like smoking a joint, right? And the whole point of the video is that he's really faded, and it's funny that he's faded, right? Some dumbass will comment, bro is faded, or bro is out of his mind. Yeah, no shit. That's what it says in the video, right? That's what's happening in the fucking video, okay? I don't need you to restate it for me. I know it's funny because I just saw it. Another one. Blank is crazy, alright? Sometimes something funny or weird will happen in a video, right? And that's the reason it blows up. Something weird will happen, and then people will like it because of that weird thing. It's funny because of that weird thing. Then people will comment, blank is crazy, and they'll just like restate the weird thing. For instance, like if someone uses like a weird word in a weird way, they'll be like, that the use of that word was crazy, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, no shit. That's why the video blew up. That's why it's funny. Is because it's crazy. It's because it's quirky, you know what I'm saying? No fucking shit, buddy. Another one. It's giving blah 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 blah. It's giving maybe you should shut the fuck up. That's what it's giving. I think, like, why do you talk like that? You know what I'm saying? Do you actually want to sound like that? Or are you just doing that to feel accepted? Or are you just doing that to, you know, please other people? Because, I don't, like, just like, shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Mother is mothering and serving cunt and blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, the thing about these things is, like, things like it's giving or mother is mothering and serving cunt, they're funny when they first happen, right? But once you say it for the third and fourth and fifth and 1,000,000th time, it loses its quirkiness because it's now normal. It's now commonplace. They were funny because it wasn't normal. But then it becomes normal, so it's no longer funny. Right? And I hear people say stuff like that, and I'm just like, it's okay. You can stop now. People won't hurt you if you stop saying stuff like that. You'll be fine if you stop saying dumb shit. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? And it pisses me off. Stop. Another one. Becoming more true to oneself. This one is something that I could make a whole hour video on, but I'm trying to get to the basics of it. Basically, what that means is doing only things that you truly endorse, right? For instance, if some kid is a weeb, right, and he truly endorses that, then that's okay. You know what I'm saying? If that truly makes him happy, that's wonderful. Another example, this goes back to the nomenclature thing. I feel like people say shit like that just to fit in, right? But it makes them sound stupid. So you shouldn't do that. You should just talk the way you want to talk. Another one. Sometimes, I'm subject to this, sometimes I laugh when I don't find a joke funny, right? And every time I do that, a little part of my soul dies. A little part of my soul just withers away when I laugh at something that I don't find funny. The reason I do it is because I want to seem more agreeable. I want to seem more socially adept. You know what I'm saying? But it just doesn't feel good when I do that. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to only laugh at things that I truly find funny. And that's what being more true to oneself is. I could talk about that forever, but I'm just gonna stop there for now. Another one. Excessive social media usage is out. Oh my god. Here's the thing. Social media is not inherently bad, but it's also not inherently good. There are pros and cons. Let's list out the pros. Pro 1. You can communicate with almost anyone at almost any time. That is huge, right? We haven't been able to do that for the majority of human history. All right? Another pro. You are subject to new perspectives. I can go open a TikTok and I can see something that I probably would have never thought of. You know what I'm saying? Which is great. It is important to seek out new perspectives. Number 3. Having an outlet for yourself. I can post my art and my thoughts and my ideas on these social media apps, right? And it'll be a little outlet, which is great, right? Now, what are the cons? I've talked about the 3 main pros. What are some cons? Some cons. Doom scrolling. Sometimes, or a lot of times actually, I use social media to the extent where it's no longer me using it just for the pros. I am no longer using it as an outlet. I'm no longer talking to people, and I'm no longer observing new perspectives. I'm just scrolling, right? That is very bad. It's just a waste of time. Not only do I not really get enjoyment from it, but I'm also wasting my time. So it's like, is there a way that we can use these pros but get rid of these cons? And I think I found a way. Here's how it works. I deleted all the shit on my phone. All social media, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Reddit, Twitter, all of it. It's all gone. But here's the thing. I do allow myself to use those apps when I'm on my computer. Because when I'm on my phone, it's kind of muscle memory to just doom scroll, right? But not on my computer. On my computer, I'm able to control it. I'm able to only use it for the pros. The outlet for my own art or whatever, and communicate to people and observe new things. So here's an example. Before I did that, I would maybe spend 4 hours on social media every day, right? Now I spend maybe 30 minutes, and in that 30 minutes I respond to my friends and family. I send them memes, and then maybe I'll post something, right? Oh my god. That allows me to keep in touch with everybody and the current youth and trends and stuff. It allows me to use my outlet, and I don't doom scroll, and it's great. I've successfully kept the pros and eliminated the cons of social media. Another one. The word Ute is in. I know I said meme nomenclature is out, but Ute. Oh my god, but Ute. The one where I said meme nomenclature is out, that was one that I want to be out. That's one that I don't necessarily think will be out, just because it happens so often all the time. People use stupid meme nomenclature all the time. And I don't think that's going to stop soon. But I want it to stop. Ute, on the other hand, I think is going to be in, based on evidence, just because I've seen it a lot recently. I've seen a lot of Toronto slang recently, and I think it's going to become popular. So, just mark my words, it's going to be out there soon. Another one. Embarrassment is out. Oh my god. What is embarrassment? Let's look at it for a second. Embarrassment is defined as a painful feeling of humiliation or distress caused by the consciousness of wrong or foolish behavior. Basically, you feel bad because you did something wrong. That's what embarrassment is. Now, I think embarrassment is warranted if you actually do something wrong, right? But a lot of times you're not doing something wrong when you feel embarrassed. Here's an example. If you're a weeb, and you truly get enjoyment from anime, right? And it's truly a net positive on your life, then there's no reason to be embarrassed because of that or feel ashamed because you are doing a good thing. You are actively increasing like the enjoyment of your life by watching anime, right? For some people, anime could stunt their productivity. It could actively like set them back because they're so addicted to it or whatever. But I'm saying, if there's a case where you're just a person who likes to watch anime, recreationally, right? You just get joy from it. You're not obsessed with it, but you get joy from it. You shouldn't be ashamed of that. Just because it is something it's not a wrong thing. You shouldn't be ashamed of something that's not wrong. All right? That's my first rationale. My second rationale is that if someone in a group is embarrassed, right, and they won't do something fun because they're embarrassed, oh my God, it just annoys everyone. Like, you're literally a drag. The pain that you feel, or like the discomfort that you feel from embarrassment, is probably less than the total discomfort everyone feels from you being embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? Or no, from you stopping to do something from being embarrassed. Let me contextualize that a little bit. For instance, if you're like out with a group of friends and everybody's doing karaoke and they're having a great time, and you're embarrassed and you don't want to go up there because you'll be embarrassed because you have a bad singing voice. Oh my God. You going up there and being embarrassed with your singing voice is probably less uncomfortable than the uncomfort that everybody feels when you're too much of a wimp to do karaoke because you're too embarrassed. Does that make sense? You are becoming a net negative to the group, right? And secondly, karaoke is not about how good you sing. It's about having fun with people, right? So like, just shut the fuck up and sing. Jesus. Second one, roaming. No, not second, but next one. Next one, roaming is in. Basically following the whims of your curiosity. What do I mean by that? I think here's a question. Have you ever looked at a building and wondered what's going on inside there? I guarantee you have. Don't lie. I know you have. Because it's a common thought, what is happening over there? I'm curious, right? But how often do you actually indulge in that curiosity? How often do you walk over and look at what's going on? Most people almost never. Me, on the other hand, I do it all the time. Here's an example. I was in the elevator the other day, taking out trash, right? And this one guy walks in, and he has a Lego box. And he talked about it, and I was like, hey, that's a cool Lego box. And he was like, oh yeah, I have a bunch of Legos in my dorm. I'm starting like a collection. And, I have a bunch of posters in there too, and my girlfriend just got me this set. It was really cool. And it piqued my curiosity. And I really wanted to see it. And you know what I did? I asked. I said, can I see your dorm? And he paused for a moment. And he was like, hell yeah. I've been waiting for someone to show my Lego collection. And I'm like, oh my God, that's wonderful. So I threw away his stuff. I threw away my stuff. We went into his dorm, and he had a dope-ass Lego collection. And it was a great experience. And I made a friend. And sure, maybe if you do that all the time, they won't all be successful, little adventures, right? Maybe you'll encounter a person who's just an asshole, and they'll be like, no, you can't see my stit. But I think the chance of finding someone like that, or the chance of finding a gem, a true gem, outweighs the chance of a rejection, if that makes sense. So basically just follow your whims, roam. Follow your curiosity. It's great. Another one. Tote bags are out. Oh my God, tote bags are the worst thing that has ever happened to humanity, and I can explain why. There are two aspects of a bag that make a bag good. One is functionality. The ability to store things in an ordered manner, And two is the stylistic aspect of a bag. Does it look good? Does it go with my outfit? Blah, 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 right? Tote bag does neither. Yes, you can store shit in a tote bag, but it's all just jumbled into one pile, right? If you want to find your chapstick in a tote bag, you have to dig around for 30 minutes and then you maybe find it. And it also looks like shit. But there's alternatives. For instance, purses look way better, and they have zippers and stuff, and you'll be able to find shit better. Backpacks often look better than tote bags, and you'll be able to find shit for stuff. Fanny packs even look better, and you can find shit. Satchels, leather satchels, oh my god, looks way better. Suitcases, wow, very fashionable. You'll look so dapper, and you'll be able to find your shit. Another one, long form media is in. Recently, I have had this increasing sense of bullshit, an increasing feeling of bullshit whenever I watch a YouTube video or TikTok or Instagram or whatever, right? I'll look at a reel and I'll be like, this is just brain rot. This is purely brain rot, right? And it's because content creation these days is all about being all in your face. You know what I'm saying? It's all over, everywhere, all the time, right? But I think we should take a step back, be more calm. And that's why I think long form media is going to be in. And this is something that I have evidence for. I think things like, longer movies with more content and reading books and more longer form videos on YouTube are going to be in. Here's an example. Mr. Beast. When I watch Mr. Beast videos, it feels like brain rot. I watch a video and like literally every 30 seconds he's onto something new and bigger and more colorful and more expensive and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god. A little part of me dies whenever I watch his videos. And I feel like people are starting to shift away from that, because if you are interested in fitness, you've probably heard the name Sam Sulek. Sam Sulek is this YouTuber, right, in the fitness industry, and he's blown up recently. And he produces videos that are usually like 30 minutes to an hour long, and it's just him talking and doing a workout. And he blew up. And not only did he blow up, but he's maintaining his status, right? A lot of people, like the Trend Twins, for example, they blew up, they were crazy, entertaining for a little bit, and then people got tired of them. That's the thing with short form, in your face, crazy, loud content, is that people get tired of it quick, right? But the long form stuff, the stuff like Sam Sulek, one, it's refreshing, and two, people don't really get tired of it, because they're not watching Sam Sulek to be entertained in some new funny way. They're watching Sam Sulek because he's relatable, and it's a very warm and intimate feeling, and it's like it feels like you're talking to a friend. You know what I'm saying? That's why people watch Sam Sulek, right? So he doesn't have to up the ante. He just has to be himself. Mr. Beast, he has to get crazier and crazier with each video, or else he won't be as famous, or else he'll lose subscribers. You know what I'm saying? But there's a limit to how crazy you can be, and that's why I think long form shit is gonna be in. And I think that was the last one. All right. Well, thank you for watching. I gotta go do a meeting with my English teacher. Goodbye.